Smacking S'mores presents The March to YouTube Domination. Dateline Hollywood. A plucky red-haired beauty hatches her plan to conquer the internet by gaining 100,000 subscribers on YouTube. But she can't do it alone. Only you can help her in her quest to achieve YouTube greatness by liking, subscribing, and most importantly, sharing her videos. Remember, it's up to you to fight the evils of YouTube suppression and the evil corporations who want to keep you down by clicking the like button as we march our way to YouTube domination.
This could very well be the final nail in the coffin of the Obi-Wan series, and it has Kathleen Kennedy's stink all over it. Hello everyone, I am Mecha Random 42, the one, the only, the original, your favorite YouTube consumer advocate, Harpy. Now that you've subscribed and liked the video already, we have to talk a little bit about this announcement, this upcoming news for this Obi-Wan series. Now, as we know, the Obi-Wan series has gone from being a rumored film once upon a time to a series that they had mostly in the can, mostly in the bag. And then Kathleen Kennedy stepped it back, realized, oh, this is too much like The Mandalorian. What was it about? He was protecting young Luke or something. Old Ben was protecting young Luke, and he had to save him from what? Bounty hunters or Vader? Oh, well, we got Vader in this. We're going to have Obi-Wan fighting Vader. Yeah, Hayden Christensen. They got him back. Surprise, surprise. We didn't want it. I don't think we wanted that. I think that we're going to, at least myself, I think that this is where I am going to have a couple of issues, because that was one of the things that didn't really work for me about the prequels in the first place. That was one of the things, and let's be perfectly honest, the prequels.
Say something about the motherfucking prequels, bitch.
The prequels were not my fondest memory of Star Wars. I definitely prefer the original trilogy. Full disclosure, the prequels had a few issues for me, First off, knowing that Luke Skywalker grows up on Tatooine, raised by his uncle and aunt, why would Vader never ever have gone back? I guess that's what they're solving here, right? I guess that's what's going to be the plot of the whole show, is that Vader goes back to the planet where he senses a young Luke Skywalker, probably. That's what really gets me. When he senses him, that's his own kid, especially if Luke has all of these force powers. You would sense that, especially somebody like Vader. But no. I think that's where my issue is with this right now, is that they're going to try and fix and retcon and connect a bunch of dots that really shouldn't be there. And the fact that you have somebody like Kathleen Kennedy, who had halted production on this after already having, 10 scripts already in the bag. I don't believe they had filmed them yet, but they had them written. They had them laid out, and she went back after they were mostly done and said, oh, this is too much like The Mandalorian. It took her that long to pay attention, right? The fact that Kathleen Kennedy, who has fired more directors than she has hired in the Star Wars films since she has taken over as head of Lucasfilm, I am not surprised that she's bringing in and insisting upon a strong lady female wahmen character to tell Obi-Wan what for. So she can lead him around by the lightsaber, as it were, and hold on to his testicles. We'll just say, hold on to his balls. Put him in her purse. Is that what's going to happen here? Because we have some casting news, and nothing against the actress that they've got cast for whatever character she's playing. I like her just fine. I liked her in Game of Thrones. Wasn't she the one in, around season 3, 2 or 3, who she was like the Persian-y sort of Indian country leader that, her brother was Dr. Bashir. That's all I remember. Is that the right character? It's either her or she was the one who is banging Peter Dinklage's character. I can't remember because it's been a while since I've watched Game of Thrones. But I think this is the one who's the sister of Dr. Bashir's character, right? He didn't play Dr. Bashir in Game of Thrones, but you know what I'm talking about. I wasn't the biggest Game of Thrones fan. That's why I didn't cover that much of it, because I dipped out after about season 6, because let's face it, some of the people who were involved with that didn't know what the crap they were doing once they didn't have the books to go on. And Kathleen Kennedy, rumor has it, she hired those two to give them a whole entire Star Wars trilogy. Benioff and Weiss from the... Is that who they are from Game of Thrones? To give them a whole Star Wars trilogy that they turned down. Yeah, right. I think they were fired. I'm pretty sure she fired them too. Just, she couldn't do it out in public though. But what I've heard from behind the scenes is that Benioff and Weiss, this is just a tangent, that nobody will hire them in Hollywood now after what they did to Game of Thrones. So hopefully it doesn't affect the actors too much, because the actors were just fine on the show, and pretty much some of the better actors in the whole genre entertainment, in my opinion. That's going to be fine. The issue I have with the Obi-Wan series, however, is the Obi-Wan series. What else do we need of Obi-Wan Kenobi that they didn't already cover? I'm sure you guys are going to tell me they covered so much more in the animated series, right? Didn't they cover so much more of Obi-Wan in the anime? Well, this is taking place after Revenge of the Sith. This is taking place in this time period, 10 years after Revenge of the Sith, when little Luke Skywalker will be 10 years old. So, oh yeah, old Ben probably would be babysitting him, wouldn't he? Don't they have young Luke cast, or they were having rumors of it? And you really don't want to do anything more with these young going back. That's one of the things I hate so much, is they keep going back in time instead of forward with these. But then when they go forward too far. Game of Thrones and 4 Life star Indira Varma is set to join Disney Plus's Obi-Wan Kenobi series, We Understand. Star Wars prequel stars Ewan McGregor and Hayden Christensen are already on board for the series, which McGregor recently teased was getting underway in the spring. This is one of the issues I have. You've got Ewan McGregor and Hayden Christensen. They're going to be battling. Oh, you get to see Darth Vader and Obi-Wan Kenobi fight like you've never fought. We already saw. First off, we already saw it. Second off, again. Wouldn't Vader kind of be suspicious? That there's this kid that he would sense with some force powers being raised by his own stepbrother and stepsister-in-law that his mom's husband had introduced him to. Didn't he introduce them? They've met in the prequels, in canon, on film. Wouldn't he be curious? Hey, what's going on at that old farm? What's going on over here? Don't you think he would be curious to look them up at some point? To tie up some loose ends, to go and get some revenge on some people. Wouldn't he have gotten revenge on what? Did he get revenge on Watto? Now I'm not remembering. We're going off on the prequel. You're making me remember the prequels, and I think that's one strike against this show. You're making me remember the prequels. So, Hayden Christensen and Ewan McGregor are already on board for the series, which McGregor recently teased was getting underway in spring. Varma's character details are under wraps, as are plot details on the drama, which is based on McGregor's prequel movie character. Christensen will reprise his role as Darth Vader because they need Vader. First off, you need Vader, but you need real Vader. You need James Earl Jones doing the voice. If you don't have James Earl Jones doing the voice, I don't think anybody's going to care. You're not going to bring in a whole bunch of normies. You're going to be catering to, like, the prequel era people, but by this point in time, he's not Hayden Christensen anymore. He's the mask. He's the guy he is Vader. He is no more Anakin. Christensen is Anakin. James Earl Jones is Vader. So why are you bringing in Christensen to be Vader? Because he's just the little guy in the mask that didn't actually do or say anything. Kathleen Kennedy, do you even watch these? I don't think she even watches her own things. The show is expected to take place between the final movie of the prequels and A New Hope. So yes, right in the time when Vader was full Vader. We got him in Revenge of the Sith. No more Anakin. Anakin's gone in Revenge of the Sith. We see him for a split second after A New Hope, after Empire Strikes Back, in Return of the Jedi, just for a split second, as he finally denounces the Vader crap when we get the mask taken off, but it's not Hayden Christensen. So why are you bringing him back? Because they don't watch their own stuff. McGregor also confirmed last month that the series will be directed by Deborah Chow, who also directed 2 episodes of The Mandalorian. And it will use the same technology of The Mandalorian in the stagecraft tech, in which the show's detailed SFX backgrounds are projected into ultra-high-resolution screens behind the actors. Yeah, so they can get all the VFX beforehand. It's kind of like my green screen. They're basically doing the entire thing on green screen in real time, like I do. You don't have to edit and add any of this after the fact. It's just all right there. So that's what they're doing. They're basically using projected green screen images that already have the backgrounds right there, so they can get these cranked out quick. And that's what they feel like. They feel like they're cranked out quick, and they're not very original. That was kind of my issue with season 1 of The Mandalorian as well. And I know that was probably the best Star Wars we've gotten in a long time. Between that and Rogue One, Mandalorian is probably the best Star Wars I've seen in a very, very, very long time, and it still wasn't good enough for me. It really, really wasn't. Jedi Master Obi-Wan is a pivotal character throughout the Star Wars movies. Hey, Kathy, we know that. Yeah, Kathy, maybe she needs to pay attention, huh? Acting as mentor to Luke Skywalker, whom he introduces to the ways of the Jedi. He was portrayed by Alec Guinness in the original trilogy, we already know. And respected stage and screen actress Varma is well known for her small screen roles in such series as Rome, Game of Thrones. Particularly a memorable turn as Ilaria Sand and Carnival Row, and most recently ABC's For Life. See, I don't remember any of the names of the characters in Game of Thrones. Part of why I didn't actually cover it, because, let's face it, it went downhill. It went downhill after a while. And she was an executive producer for a UK series, yada yada, we don't care. I don't think that this is going to really help. I think we're going to get a lot of these lady women female characters coming in because Kathleen Kennedy wants it, and she wants to swing her dick around and say, this is my production, this is what I want, and we're going to have some strong female character come along and save the day and grab Obi-Wan by the lightsaber and lead him around like a puppy dog and talk down to it. That's probably what's going to happen. Because, let's face it, you cannot just have these strong male-oriented characters for a male-oriented fan base anymore. No, they want to make Star Wars, quote-unquote, for women, even though people like me already liked it way back in the day. There's a reason why. I sat there in the theater watching episode 1 by myself on a matinee a couple weeks after it came out, just to sit there and see it in the theater, just to experience it. I was already a Star Wars fan. I already liked the properties. Women already liked the Star Wars properties, and bringing in these strong female characters, and I know I'm reading into it based on what Kathleen Kennedy has placed into these properties since she's been in charge. It's really easy to predict because she keeps doing it over and over and over again. You've got Mary Ray Palpatine. You've got Jyn Erso. You've got every character that she wants in there to represent herself instead of what, the audience actually really, really wants, which is we just want Star Wars. That's all we want. We really just want Star Wars. And, it'd be nice if I got a lightsaber too every now and then, because those are fun too.
That's like one of the perks of being a Jedi is you get to build your own lightsaber. Crazy. I was like, what? I just have things coming out of my hands. Like, I need a lightsaber.
I guess it could have been worse. We could have got somebody else to be in the thing. Couldn't have we? It could have been worse. I mean, at least we're getting an actress that nobody really dislikes. I've never heard anything bad about this actress, so tell me what you guys think in the comment section below. I am Mecha Random 42, and I will see you guys on the next video, live stream, or wherever. Bye. Thanks for watching. If you liked it, make sure to hit that like button, and if you want to see more, don't forget to subscribe. See you in the next video. Bye!